What's going on? Who we got in here? It looks like we have four guys in here, four guys and gals in here. What's going on? Doing pretty good here. Got a couple days to work on the car. Had a good run. Not thrilled with the parts. We'll get into that in a little bit. Wait till we got more people, but a few cuss words were said. Bart would have been upset. So, sound off. Who do we got? Who's in here? I'll go first. I'm here. Michigan Muscle. What's going on, Herb? How you doing, brother? I finally got a couple days. Jeff, what's going on? How you doing? Paul White, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I just finally got a couple days to work on this car, and I bought this McLeod clutch pedal kit for changing over to a hydraulic clutch. I mean, it was $313, and I was a little disappointed when I opened the box that the 3/4 inch master cylinder is plastic. Now it's that black plastic. It lasts a while, but still, come on. Plus, they sent me the wrong hardware, so I had to start rounding up hardware. Yo, what's going on, Dan? I took your advice. I stopped everything and worked on the car for a couple days. Spent a lot of the wife's money, bought some parts, and we're playing around. Bob Mack, what's going on? Yo, Bob, I uploaded a couple of your pictures of your car onto the Facebook site. I'll show you them in a few minutes, man. Gino, brother, I want to show those pictures you sent over to me on private message. You ought to load them up in the group page too, man. Tell you what, it's killer, man. Hey, Dan, that Gino and his buddy are up there in Canada, and they're building, it's the mirror image of pretty much my gasser. They got the Nicky's front end on it. Actually, they bought the whole frame from Teinberg, but he welded it on there. It's the same setup I got. Chopper Mike. I'll show you guys. I had to push the car back. I'll show you real quick. I had to push the car back so that I could get the hood open. I mean, I got it right up against the back of the benches and everything else, so I could open up the tilt nose to get in there to put that hydraulic clutch master cylinder in. I'm playing with the foot pedals now. I mean, they're real close on their engineering, but then again, they're wrong. I'll give you an example. They sent me 3/8/16 button head bolts because they have to, for the close fit going back and forth between the pedals. And the Tri-5s, the holes are 3/8/24. So I had to go to the hardware store and get those. The bolt they sent me over here, it's this long. It's the connecting bolt for the master cylinder linkage to the pedal and the bracket. But the bumper for the brake on the stop up is in the way. So I'm going to have to pry that out, hopefully not ruin it. They put the bolt in. So we'll see how that goes. Now, who else we got in here? Left for Dead. No, dude, I didn't get your stickers yet, brother. I was just looking into that. I was like, but I'm telling you, my mail sucks. I did get Andy's. Yo, Andy, we're going to put it on the door. My man, the doghouse. You're damn right. They got to stick together, Dan. What else we got on? Yo, Josh, what's going on, brother? Old man, did you get your stickers, brother? Yo, Jaws, Robert, Chris. Hey, my buddy Mike's here, Fuel Fire. What's going on, dude? Any of you guys in here ain't never checked out Mike's station, check his station out. He's got a cool gasser too, man. Travis, what's going on, brother? Yeah, I didn't get mine yet, Left for Dead. I don't know what's going on. Yo, Brian, thanks for coming over, man. That's cool. So while we're here, you guys know the deal. Andy sticker got here, and it's got a nice note on the back. I'm gonna save the remains because that's a nice note you left there, Andy. I appreciate it, man. Here, I'll read it out loud. Here you go. I hope you like it. I hope you get plenty more stickers and have your side window covered with them. See you in the next video, my friend, from Andy. That's nice, man. So let's get this Andy sticker up on the board. Everybody see it up there? All right. Andy, I'm going to put you right beside the Televahala. Right there. All right. Now we got Andy in the door. All right. Let me bring the camera up so everybody can see because it's kind of hard to see from a distance with the glare and everything. If everybody could see so far, we got the Lovitz, we got Turlos, we got the Televahala because we love the veterans, and we got Andy up there. And then we got the Try Five Guys card in the side window there. All right. So that's what we got so far. We're waiting for Left for Dead. So we'll get his in there in no time at all. Okay, who else we got in here? Yo, Gord, what's going on, brother? I'll tell you what, Gord's got a killer 5-window, man. Hey, we got to line them up, man. You know what I mean? We're going to do some American graffiti when we're all done here, Gord. We might get my 55 ready. In fact, let me pull that up for everybody, Gord. Did I show everybody last week? Anybody that's not in our Facebook group, I'll wait for it to load up here. There it is. There's Gord's 5-window, man. Tell me that ain't killer. Now, I don't think I can beat you in a race, but I still want to line it up. And I ain't rolling mine over like what's his name. There we go. Try to catch up. Yo, what's going on? Thanks for coming over, Herb and Alicia. Try to catch up with everybody. I get babbling sometimes and I lose track. See what's going on. We got Josh in the house. Bob, I put your photos on our group page, both of them, both of your cars. Right here, let me pull up the first one there. That's Bob Mack's car, everybody. There's his 55 he's working on now. That's Bob Mack's car. Got some good stuff going on. I think once we get some more pictures, like we got Larry and Lynn's car on there now. We got a couple from Chevelle. We got the GTO Chevelle's Ranch built. We got a couple from Bob. We got Gord's car on there. Anybody else want to get your car in there? I know I'm forgetting a couple people. There's more in there. We got Gino and Chopper Mike. I think I'll do like a slideshow video of everybody's car. You know what I mean? I think that'd be pretty cool. So if you want your car in there, join the Facebook group page and drop a picture in there, and I'll build up a slideshow at some point and stick it in one of the videos. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Everybody get to see their stuff. You got it, Bob. No problem. Hey, Chris, Gorney, he puts a whole bunch of your pictures up on Instagram. I don't go on that Instagram that much, but every time I go on there, I always go over to Gorney's page, and he's got a couple of nice pictures of your car on there, man. Yo, what's going on, Sketchy? How you doing, buddy? I ate a while ago. Now I'm just enjoying a Dr. Pepper. Diet Dr. Pepper. Yeah, we got, I got about a 20-minute video put together. I'm probably going to put it out tomorrow. I got to get down and work at that house for a couple hours, but I put this clutch pedal assembly together. Hope to drop that off tomorrow. Drop that video on tomorrow. It felt good to work out in the garage for a couple days. Although I did, look at that bump right there, man. I racked my head on my glove box door, laying under there. North Carolina Auto Man 57. What's up, brother? YT Gasser, what's up? What's up, Jackson? I know. Dan's my savior, man. I'm at work all day, and I go in at 11 o'clock, and he's been dropping his videos on right around 11 o'clock, so I got something to watch for my lunch. Kind of tune everybody and everything else out. That big block come out cool, man. Little cut here, little snip there, and it goes right in. Shoehorn. Let's see if I can bring my camera over around my engine compartment in the big block. Because I got forward steering, Dan, with the straight axle, so none of that stuff's in my way. Let me see if I can bring this down a little bit. I got a ton of cable. I can pretty much walk around the garage 30, 40 times. I hardwire out in the garage. See if we can get down into this engine compartment a little bit. Take a look around. There we go. Everybody can see that pretty good. I don't know. Try to move it around a little bit. Let everybody have a real good look at what's going on in here. Am I too close? There's my steering box. See if I can get it down in there a little bit. There's my steering box all the way forward right there. Header pipe. See that sticking out right there, that 3/4 inch? That's going to be for the hydraulic clutch. That's what I try to tell you guys with the slide and tilt nose that I got. There's the bearing kit for it. I can get it down in there. See, there's the bearing kit for it, sticking forward. I can stand in front of the radiator and work. Swimming in room. All right. There you go. So, I don't know if that was good or not. I can't really see. I'm just kind of swinging the computer around. I don't got my little GoPro, so I might have messed up. You guys will have to tell me. Whatever works, man. It fits, it fits. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that coming from you, Dan. It means a lot. Thanks a lot, Andy. I didn't know. I couldn't tell if you guys could see that or not. But I could turn the backdrop around. Now that we got Andy, I wanted to get the sticker done, but we could turn the backdrop around so you guys can check the car out. Try to answer any questions anybody got that on it. But, yeah. It's a little high. Bring it down a little bit. I love the stance. You can't really see the rake right now. It's only about an inch and a half rake because that front end's heavy. As I push it as I push the front end out, it comes down a little bit and you lose the rake. The wheel wells. Sorry, I'm bouncing everybody all over the place on live tonight. I apologize. This is the first couple days that I've actually really been able to get out here and play with the car. So I'm going to make it a habit. I'm going to take at least 2 days a week on the car and the other 5 on the house, you know, because I got some parts coming in. I got my steering column. It's down in the basement. So I got all the linkage to hook that up. I got the master cylinder. I bought a booster with it because I'm old. I don't want to be standing on a brake pedal because I'm going to go fast. Hey, thanks for coming, Danny. Appreciate it, man. That's great. Thanks a lot for stopping in. My offset, I got 3.5s, Gino. 3.5 back spacing. And I got a 10-inch rim, 15 by 10. I think my tires are 31 inches. Let me double check. 30-inch, 30 by 12s. You guys remember I moved the springs underneath the frame. Matter of fact, I could light that up and give you guys a peek at that. I wanted to show you, Dan, if you're still here. I made my own brackets. You know, I remember you pocketed that one set, and you can see my car did not go up any. Whenever I just put mine right on the bottom of the frame. Get you down in here and take a look real quick. Oh. Wire all messed up there. There you go. You can see right there, I just built a little bracket right there and just put them on the bottom of the frame. Standard, they're brand new leaf springs because the other ones had a couple broke in the pack, so I bought new ones, but they're just standard heavy duty Tri-5 from Speedway. So, and you can see if you saw my car live, it didn't change anything, the height or anything. And how I did that was, you know how the bracket comes off the side of the frame with the rivets for the back of it? When I pulled it, the leaves and dropped them out and just had the bracket there with the rubber still in it, I stuck a piece of copper, half-inch copper pipe in there and dropped the string line down, centered it on the frame. Then I cut the rivets off, centered it up, cut it out, and welded a tube in the frame, right in the middle of the frame. Then I took a 1957 shackle, flipped it upside down, bolted it in there, and then bolted the back of the leaf springs on. And then I just swung them up, made a mark. And I knew exactly where everything went. Those springs are in the factory location. I did an old video. I'm underneath the car stuttering. It's like my first or second one. But that's how I moved my springs in. And I actually got the idea for the rear shackles from John Teinberg. I was talking to him on the phone, and he kind of steered me in the right direction. And the height of the ride didn't change, man. Yes, Bob, they're 5 leaf. Yep. Here, I'll get back under there in a minute and I'll show you. I'll let you look at the whole thing. The only thing that's weird is the pipe I had to weld in the frame is my buddy at work machined it for me because the bushings for the shackles, it's like a regular piece of pipe won't work. So you got to like machine out the middle a little bit to make it work. And then, goes right together. See, somebody's blowing up my phone. So, yeah. Thanks, Left for Dead. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I did. A lot of guys do that, but not me. I just made. I can even, if you ever want to do it, I can send you all the measurements. It's no big deal. It's like, like I said, the back of it, the hardest part's the pipe, and that's really nothing. If you can run a flapper wheel and just make the bushings fit in there. Oh man, Brent, you're being rough on a guy, dude. Yeah, those are just Speedway headers, Left for Dead. They're just Fenderwell 55 Chevy headers. The only thing is I sprayed them with that VHT. I mean, I sanded all the stuff. I sanded them to bare metal, but I guess that's not enough. I guess they want some kind of primer. I screwed that all up. So I'm going to go with that ceramic coat. Chevelle Ranch recommended that one, so we'll give it a try. Worst case scenario, man, I'll do it again. I don't know. This is a learning curve for me, man. That's funny. That's hilarious, man. Oh, that's a howl. Yeah, they're cool. What color? Yours are white though, aren't they, Gino? Because I heard white you have to be able to heat treat. Because only certain colors you can just paint on. Did you just paint the white on? Because I'm really not sure. I could use a little guidance on that. Silver. Okay. Because there's a couple colors like Chevelle Ranch was telling me, like I think titanium's a color you don't need to preheat or anything like that. I think maybe silver is another. D is pink. Maybe on your 57, Danny. Pink headers. I don't know if ceramic coat does pink. Maybe. Yeah. You got did you buy Steinberg's ladder bars too, Gino? Or you got going with Caltrax or something? I can't remember. You got ladder bars, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, you bought the whole frame from him, and it had them on there. Because I copied that frame, I think, before you bought it, and I had it on my website, on my Facebook page. Yeah. What's going on, Carolina Custom Classics? What's going on, brother? Let me bring that up. I think it's on here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, you got I can see the ladder bars right there, Gino. I love the way your floor came out, dude. Wow, there's Gino's engine bay. Exact same frame setup I got in front of mine. Sweet deal, man. Everybody can see that? That's Gino's ride. He's up there in Canada, just north of Detroit. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I just did the rattle can rhino cover on the inside of my before I put the quarters on On the inside of my outside quarter and on the outside of the quarter, I put Rhino liner on there. But it's just rattle can. Should last a while. I don't know how long them rubbers are going to stay in there. I don't really. They don't really made to stay in there that great. I put a couple rivets in mine. Hopefully it'll stay. The rubber that goes on the wheel well between the inner and outer fender well. I hope so, Chris. I bought them from Dan Chunk, Bob. I bought them from Dan Chunk. It's just weird how they are. It's like the front portion and the back portion are not the same. So I made a piece of steel band for the back portion, painted it with the Rhino cover, and then I put pop rivets to hold the rubber on to keep it from popping out on the back portion of the wheel well. The front portion stays pretty good on its own because it's got the way it's made. You boys, keep it clean in here. Go to Pornhub for that stuff. Seam sealer to kind of like hold it like a glue mic. Yeah, we're going to find out, Bob. I got to get a couple tubes of seam sealer. I got to seam seal this whole thing. I just welded it all together. I haven't seam sealed anything. I'm going to seam seal it all at once. I was going to get that Pour 15 for the floor until I seen yours, Gino. Now I think I want to get that stuff. I know you told me like 5 times, and it's wrote down in there, and I got it in my notes, but I can't remember off the top of my head, but it looks like a lizard skin. I got a tire rubber story for you guys, man. I might have told this before, I don't know, but I had a 79 Z28, and we got a racetrack not too far from here. And mine was just a street legal car with street tires and everything. My buddy talked, let's take the Z28 down there because it was Friday night test and tune. You throw them $15, you can go down the track as many times as you want. I was going down the track, and I'm lighting up the tires every time going in, and I can't leave the line clean. I'm on street tires. We had a blast. But anyway, I'm driving home that night, and I smell rubber. I'm driving. I'm like, man, I think I burnt my belt up. I said, please just get me home. I was like 10 minutes from home, and I just smelled this burning rubber. So I got the car up into the driveway. I said, I'll deal with it in the morning. Just shut it off and went in the house. I come out in the morning, and I pop the hood. I'm looking everywhere. I'm like, man, all my belts are good. What was I smelling? I looked underneath, and my exhaust, my brand new stainless steel exhaust, was black with just tire rubber. I spent a half a day under there with a putty knife scraping it all off, all them little balls of rubber. I should have kept that car. That was a lot of fun. Such is life. We'll do something else. All right, guys. We're at the halfway point of the show. You know what that means? It's sticker giveaway time. This is what we got. We got 2 stickers to give away. We got 30 people in here. I'm going to go to the automatic generator. No calling them out until I pick the number. See if I can find it. There it is. All right, go. Bob Mack, 25. Bob Mack, number 25. Bob Mack, you won. Didn't you already win one, Bob? No, you won a T-shirt. Now you won stickers. Bob Mack, 25. Let me just make sure nobody called it out before him. Oh, Bob Mack. All right, Bob. I think I still have your address in my email. I'll double check. But why don't you send it over just in case? I think I still have all your pictures from the car, so I should have it. But there you go, Bob. You got a set of slaps to put in a window or something. There you go. You got it, brother. Hey, look, it'll match your T-shirt. My buddy drew this for me. My buddy from high school, Mayor. I think he did a killer job, man. Andy, I sent them 3 weeks ago. I paid for the world sticker. And I mailed them. I don't know when you're going to get them, buddy. But I promise you, I mailed them 3 weeks ago. Wow. I'm going to work on the foot pedal. I think I'm going to cut the firewall out of mine, right? Oh, man. A tough room here. A tough room, Herb. Don't listen to him, though, Herb. I'm impressed you were able to keep that straight as an arrow after all that. All that trauma. Twice, 2 times that car saw trauma on the passenger side, and it's still straight as an arrow. Keep your chin up on that, brother. Nothing wrong with that. I told you, man. I tell you guys all, if you can weld, every single thing in this world is anything you want it to be. And that's the truth. You got it, brother. Absolutely. I got to get my one buddy to come back over, my buddy Kevin. I got all this stainless steel brake line. I want to finish up the brakes and get them bled out. Then I'm going to paint the inside. I'm going to get another heater so I can paint all these inside components. So I can get the inside all done and put together. I saw a set of killer, I guess they were 65 Chevelle seats on Marketplace. I've been eyeballing them. We'll see. I messaged the guy because last weekend we had a storm. I said, if you still got them this weekend, message me back. I didn't hear from him, so either he'll text me tomorrow or he already sold them. Yeah, Herb. Did you weld the car or did Alicia weld the car back together? You did see him too, Michael, in Marketplace, huh? Yeah, they were killer, man. He was in, I think, Lewes, Delaware, right? Lewes, Delaware. That's about 2 hours from me. I was going to book down and get him. Cool. Everybody says Corvair seats work good in a Tri-5, but I like the Chevelle seats myself. Buckets. I got an old door mirror over there. I think it's over there. I think it's on my toolbox. I don't know if it's any good anymore. I'm going to see that Parts man in a couple weeks. If anybody needs something that's hard to find, he's got everything related to Tri-5s. He actually puts a big giant trailer together every year at Carlisle, specifically Tri-5. That's where I got my grill, my buckets, and a couple other things I got off of him. But I got to go back down and see him because one of the buckets he gave me isn't any good, and he's going to give me another one. Yeah. I heard that too, Bob. Because I don't, I'm not going to do nothing too crazy with this thing. I'm just going to put a roll bar in it. If it goes faster than the track allows and they kick me off, I don't care. I think my gear selection, I got a little aggressive with my gear selection. We're going to see how that goes. At 456s. That's why I got the 5-speed transmission though, right? Yeah, no high backs. No. Not in a Tri-5, no. If the post can't hide it, don't put it in there. Ugh. Sorry about your luck, Brian. We had a big storm here Sunday night into Monday night. And I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning both days and went out and snow blowed my lawn, my area, my driveway. And then it's like all my neighbors are elderly, so I can't not do theirs too, So I got to get up at like 3 in the morning and I got to blow through like 3 driveways and a bunch of sidewalks. No, I'm not rich, Dan. Far from it. I lived most of my life. I'm what you call old poor. All right. I've been poor since I was knee high to a duck. I finally got a good job and slowly but surely built things up. And I've been saving up for this project a really long time. And that's another reason it takes a really long time because of the premium parts I'm buying. And I did get a good deal on that transmission. I actually had, I think I told you, I had the 4L80E for this thing. And then I started looking at how much they wanted for the controllers and to get the right stall converter and everything. I was looking at all that stuff and I'm like, people are out of your mind. So I sold it to somebody else. That was my money for like 10 seconds. The wife saw that money. She's like, that's my money. She took it. I sold that. And then I just waited. Speedway sent me a thing. We got a sale. You can have a bell housing, the ring gear, the counter, or the external balancer, and the transmission, and it was like a package deal. I think I saved like $1,000. I pulled the trigger. And it came with everything. Then I got one of those. I got one of those minis like you just put on that big block that you got. That minis are nice. Mine's just the Speedway Mini, but it turns this big block like it was nothing. And that's a fresh motor too. You're right, Gordon. I'm broke because my wife takes all my money. I got to negotiate to get some of it back. It ain't a hot rod if it don't have 3 pedals. I see how everybody building these cars, and then you look in there and it's a automatic. Come on, man. Where's that 3rd pedal at? I can't wait to see how this hydraulic clutch is going to work out. You know what? You know what stinks? I had to, foresight to think ahead. So I bought the longest brake hose that I could find for the coming out of the transmission for the hydraulic bearing, and it's still too short. And the kit I bought came with one. It's about 5 inches longer than the one that I was able to find around here. But I don't want to separate that transmission. And I'm telling you, it's next to impossible to get in that little tiny window to change this. So I think I'm just going to hard pipe it down right before the frame, and then from the frame to the transmission in that hose. And I'll just save this for something else as a spare. It's not a hot rod, Dan. It does. I guess it sort of is. You still got the 3rd pedal. The 700, everybody, them 700s get a bad name. They really do. If you have them built correctly, they'll take as much horsepower as anything else. I had a professional transmission guy down the road tell me that. I have a couple people that had them putting their hot rods in. They got 500 horsepower in front of it. It's nothing. It just takes it no problem. So a lot of people give them bad names because they'll put a factory one on a 500-600 horsepower engine. Of course, it's not going to last. See, that's a mom van with a bug catcher. That's one thing I think I've skimped on so far. Nothing coming out of the hood. No, top end later. When this thing's cruising down the road and I drive it for a couple years, maybe I'll get a 671, 871, something. I'll do something. But right now, I just want to get it driving. I'm sure it's got plenty of power for me. The way it sits, it made 500 on the stand. I got the paperwork to prove it. So, how much more can you really get out of it? I don't know. I don't. If the compression's not right, that what good's a blower or something else going to do, right? See, some of us don't have the kind of money to put superchargers, or have friends that give us superchargers for free, right, Josh? Mailboxes. You got a mailbox. Collective. I thought your buddy gave it to you. I guess I misunderstood that video. I thought the story I understood was he gave it to you. All right, you paid for it. Uncle Tony was going into that, talking about Top Fuel last week. He said that's the wave of the future. He says it won't be long. First it was nitro, then guys are playing with turbos. He said it won't be long before everybody's back to top fuel. I believe Uncle Tony. Traded a surfboard. What I miss, Mike? He traded a surfboard for. It was a $1,500 surfboard, Mike. Yeah, there are people starting to play with that stuff again, Chris. You know, my beard, I'm working on a comb over. I'm not there yet, so I could have hair again like Dan and Brant. It just ain't up there yet. I can get it down to my belly. I think I can get it up there, you know. It seems that way nowadays. It seems that way. They came on, you know, everybody on drag week and stuff like about 7-8 years ago. Everybody started doing them like that. Like Jeff Lutz, I went to school with him. Everything he had was uh, turbo. All his 57s. Now he's got that killer Firebird. Appreciate that, Herb. Fired 3 motors. That's why I'm going with 6. Ooh. What's in that? What's in that 5 window, Gord? Thanks, Dan. I ain't seen that guy in 30 years. I talked to him like 3 times on Facebook in private message. I was hoping he was going to come up through Cecil Dragway, and it just never came to fruition because then I was going to go down and watch him. But I did get thrown out of his house once. Him and his brother got into a fight. Me and my buddy had to leave. Yo, what's going on, Fiano? How you doing, brother? I think I need to get some Grecian formula. Maybe I should put a little, because it is gray. Look at that. Make me feel old. I'm going to be 51 in April. I don't feel 51. Yo, blue, yellow. Brent. Yeah, in today's world, I guess. I'll tell you one thing. They run me at work like I'm 15. Thanks, Andy. I hope you were saying I look younger. My beard's getting gray though. There you go, Robert. Stuff it right in that 57. Go watch a couple of Dan. Dan just did 3 videos in a row on how to shoehorn one in. Identify at 25. How so, Brent? Wow, Richard Rawlings. Ooh. Well, we all still kind of do. I mean, if you're messing with cars, it's like, you never really age. I mean, it's like you're constantly playing with a toy because that's all this is, man. It's a toy. It's something to play with. It's like coming out here, putting this thing together. I don't even know if I put it together right. The clutch. I just started looking at directions, and this isn't going to work. That isn't going to work. We'll see. And then trying to make 3 or 4 different aftermarket parts work together. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. That's why you got plasma cutters and grinders and welders. Hey, there's some young guys coming up building cars, man. All right. See, I was a little curious. I didn't have any of the linkage to begin with. That's one of the things. It's like when I bought this car, it was nothing but a shell. There was nothing. The pedal assembly came with the car, but it was in the trunk. Not much else. So, and I didn't take it apart. It's trying to figure out what I need to put it back together. I hear you, man. It's like I bought one of those Flaming River swivels for the steering column. I got the old thing you put on the outside. It kind of looks like a muffler clamp. I don't think I need that anymore. Yeah, that I'll tell you what though, Fiano, this McLeod clutch I bought, I'm not crazy about it. When I opened the box, the master cylinder is plastic. It's plastic. It's like they charged me $313 and they gave me a plastic master cylinder. Are you kidding me, man? But it's real heavy. It's real thick. It's that black plastic, but that's besides the point, man. None of the hardware they sent for the pedal was correct because the two holes in the clutch pedal, they're 3/8 24. Well, they sent me 3/8 16 bolts. So I guess they wanted me to ream them out, but I went and got the right size bolts. They want the button heads on there. Then they give me a bolt this long to hook up the linkage. But the rubber stop for the brake, there's not enough room to put the bolt in. So I'm gonna have to pop that stop out to try to put the bolt in. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Yeah, I probably should have, man. Hindsight 2020. But it's like trying to find parts. I like how you use the arm though, the stop arm. I should have, hindsight 2020. But it is on the outside of the column, so there's nothing in the way. They say they don't want any preload on that at all. So I'm going to have to move that. I think I'm going to have to move that arm, but I don't want my clutch pedal way up either. So it's like, and I've already got I'll show you guys in the video. I don't want to get too much in it. Lego. Some of it is Lego though. But it's like some of the parts I bought trying to make them all work together. It's like Lincoln logs and a Lego and a hammer. Oh, Right, right. Well, like I say, I got that rod, the rod end screwed all the way in, then out a half a turn, like they said, and then I locked the nut in. But it's like, okay, so the bracket they sold me for the pedal, the top bolt wouldn't even go in because it hit the top of the pedal assembly brace. So I had to take the pedal assembly back out, take a punch, and just kind of hit the metal down a little bit till I had enough room for the bolt head to clear. It's really tight. Everything's really tight. I made a video. I'll show you guys. I had it out on the bench too. I tried to show it underneath the dash, and I just brought it out on the bench. It's nothing technical, but it was like, little tiny struggles. Yeah. Well, the little short video you sent me was really cool, dude. But like I said, I didn't know where you got that arm and all that other stuff. So I just went for it. Well, I don't have a brooch. I didn't have a brooch to make the little notches for the gnarls. So yeah, that's what I did, Jaws. And the stock holes, like here, let me show you. The kit. See, they want you to use these low profile button screws. But the kit, whoever filled the kit up, they sent me 3/8/16, and the holes in the clutch pedal were 3/8/24s. So I went to the hardware store and got the exact same length with a 24 thread. And then I had to get nuts too because they want the nut backed up. But the top one, this would hit the top of the pedal brace. So you could get to the hole, but the bolt would be cocked like this. So I had to take it out, take a punch, and hit the metal down so that the bolt could go straight in. It rubbed as it went in. I even ground a little bit around the bolt to get it to go in. They charge you $313. They better work out the engineering. Okay, you sent me a plastic master cylinder. Work out the engineering. Don't make me re-engineer the wheel. Yeah, what the hell did I pay for? Either the engineering or the parts. I'm going to ask my wife to send them a letter. I can't articulate the words. All right. Well, there you go, man. You're better than me. Okay? Anyway. Yes. I got the McLeod throwout bearing. It came with the 5-speed Tremec that I got. You got to shim it. Whenever you're putting it on there, you got to put shims up under it. I only needed 2 shims. They sent me a stack of them. I only needed 2. Maybe it was 1 or 2, whatever. Yeah, I think I used 2 too. I couldn't get so when I got this engine, it had a pilot bearing in it, Jaws, and I couldn't get it out at first. I took a dowel rod and I packed it with grease and I smacked it with a hammer. That thing shot out. It might have been a new pilot bearing, but I wasn't taking the chance. The kit came with one, so I put the new one in. I knew the one I did was new. All right, so we're all on the same page, 2 shims. What do you got, Chopper Mike? Did you are you guys using is that a 454? What engine do you have in there? Are you guys internal or external balance? Because when they sold me this kit, right? They gave me the small ring, and so it didn't have the balance and stuff on it for the external balancer, but they sell an external balancing plate that you bolt on to the flywheel. It worked great. I mean, you guys heard the engine run. Okay, yours is internal. Mine's external. But they like I said, they sold me that. They sold me the smaller tooth flywheel, and so I had to buy it. They sell a plate. Speedway sells a plate, and all it is it's a shaped plate with a little weight, with a little counterweight welded onto it. Just bolted on there. Works good so far. Well, it would be on your the counterweight would be on your wheel, Fiano. Ring gear, whatever you want to call it. Seems like you use an awful lot of automatics, Dan. 400, 350, 700. Come on, man. Put a gear. When are we putting a T10-4 in one or something? I agree for daily drivers, Fiano. I agree for daily drivers, but not hot rods. That's all right. Well, you do have the Cobra, and you got to go through the gears on the Cobra, don't you? I also like the Nova. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, Bob Mack's still in here, ain't you, Bob? Make sure, let me double check. I probably still have your email, but let me double check before. Maybe here. Yes. I still have your email. I still have it, Bob. I still have your email or your address. I was going through all my old emails. I better start building an address book. Well, you getting a vet, Dan? Cub Cadet's a stick. I don't mean to offend anybody. If you got an automatic, it's all good, man. But I'm a stick guy on a hot rod. Just on a hot rod. That's right, Brian. You're absolutely right. We want to crush some beer cans when we pop the clutch on this thing, man. Howie, I took my driving test with a 3 on the tree. I have noticed. I wasn't going to say anything, Dan, but I have noticed. Since you cut up that 55 in the driveway, I'm going to say about 25 pounds later. Not a year later. Me too, though, dude. Me too. You know what sucks, though? It's all right here, right? But from the waist down, I got like chicken legs. My pants keep falling down, man. I'm going to need suspenders. The wife said I need suspenders. I hate wearing suspenders, man. I draw the line. I got a belt. I'm kind of fortunate. I can fit in anything. I'm 6 feet, 200 pounds. There's not too much in it. I can pretty much fit in anything. Yes, I am well fed. So's Dan. If you guys watch some of Danny's videos, she can cook, man. I hate Brussels sprouts, and she had me wanting to eat Brussels sprouts. Yep. Up and in for reverse. That's me. That's me, Gus. Old chicken legs. Nice. Nice. You bet. Absolutely. Oh, man, we're an hour and 10 minutes in. I try to keep it to an hour, but I'm having fun. All right, take it easy, Blue Yellow. Peace. Hey, man, listen, I had a blast tonight. I'm glad everybody came in. Dan, I really appreciate you coming in. Fiano came in. We got Mike came in tonight. Always enjoy his company. Chris, Larry and Lynn, Bob Mack. Who else we have in here tonight? Jaws, old Brant was in here tonight. We got the Love It Speed Shop, my buddy Andy. Howie Mook come in. I want to forget Brian was here. Everybody was in tonight. Chopper, Mike, and Gino. Everybody. So I had a really good time with you guys tonight, man. But I got to wrap it up. I got to go work tomorrow, man. But I am going to finish up the video tonight. Or not tonight, tomorrow night for this clutch thing. We'll see how that goes. And we'll get that released out. And then we'll work on the next thing. I appreciate everybody's support. And I'll catch you all next time, man. Take care, everybody. Peace.